In winter, the prison stood like a monument to silence. High walls crowned with wire, smoke rising, guards watching. Inside, lives folded into routine, pressed into sameness. Every shadow carried weight. Every corner carried suspicion. In the laundry, work was endless, white uniforms and pale hands. Bags were filled, bags were tied. Always the same motion. But within repetition, seeds of escape began to grow. Prisoners exchanged looks, silent signals hidden in gestures. A knot tied slower than usual, a pause, deliberate. In those pauses, freedom whispered. The laundry bags became more than cloth and weight. They became vessels, hiding more than rags. Every movement was rehearsed, every detail memorized. The hum of machines drowned the whispers of escape, but eyes darted, hands trembled, controlled chaos. The guards passed by, blind to the patterns unfolding. Each sack tied shut, yet one carried more than laundry. A breath held inside fabric, skin against coarse cotton. Stillness became survival. The plan had begun, silent and invisible. The guards patrolled the halls, their silence heavier than chains. Beyond the bars, winter fog thickened and time slowed. In the dark, hands folded paper, shaping hope into form. A small map, lines drawn in secrecy. Each line carried weight, the difference between freedom and death. A whisper passed quietly through the night. One turned away, as if nothing had happened. The prison swallowed secrets whole, but some lingered. Hands gripped the laundry sack, muscles tensed. The doors opened, the path appeared. A cart rolled forward, its wheels echoing through silence. Two figures pushed, their faces blank, their purpose sharp. The sack swayed, heavy with more than cloth. A breath hid inside, stifled but alive. Steps matched rhythm, trained in secrecy. A guard lit a cigarette, eyes narrowed but unseeing. Smoke curled upward, dissolving in the cold air. The cart rolled closer to the truck. Hands lifted the sacks, one by one. The weight went unnoticed or ignored. Engines hummed, exhaust mixing with mist. The truck stood waiting, its doors yawning open. Inside, shadows deepened, swallowing the sacks. The men worked in silence, routine unbroken. A rope swayed from above, a symbol of failure, but no alarm rang, no shout cut the night. The sacks were stacked, the hidden prisoner held still. One spark could have ended it all, but the silence held. The driver coughed, flicked ash, and waited. The guard at the gate barely looked up. Routine was the perfect disguise. The truck rolled forward, tires crunching snow. Beyond the gates, freedom lay in fog. The prison shrank in the mirrors, its lights dimmed. No one knew, not yet. Inside the sack, breath burned in lungs. Minutes stretched into eternity. Every bump, every turn felt like a threat, but the road stretched on. The truck drove deeper into the night. Forests flanked the road, shadows tall as towers. Headlights carved fragile beams through fog. In the back, silence pressed heavier than chains. The prisoner counted heartbeats, one by one. Each turn could mean discovery, but the city lights remained distant, breath shallow, time stretched thin. A cough risked exposure, hands pressed tighter against fabric walls. At last the truck slowed, the sound of gates returned. Not the same prison. Guards waved the truck through, unknowing the prisoner braced for the final gamble. The doors opened, night spilled in. Sacks were dragged out, one after another. At the edge of darkness, movement waited. One sack shifted, breath broke silence. A chance had come. Hands tore through fabric, pale in moonlight. Cold air rushed in, freedom sharp. A stumble into snow, knees weak but alive. Every sound, every shadow became a threat. But the forest loomed, dark and vast. The ran, lungs burning, footsteps swallowed by snow. Behind him, engines roared, shouts echoed. The chase had begun, but for one moment, he was free. And in the silence of winter, the prison was left behind.